Many great minds have come here to study. Hi, we're here at Oxford University, the first university created in the English-speaking world and ranked #1 by some in the world. This is the place, these are the halls that people from around the world come to hear and learn the best we have to offer when it comes to academia and education. We've produced great people from this university, scientists, authors, and philosophers, and also world leaders. 28 of our British Prime Ministers have come to these hallowed halls to learn the best education that we have to offer. Here they learn of the accumulation of mankind's knowledge and all it has to offer. Their ideas are shaped and formed in the halls of these institutions as they go on to their positions to lead the world. Yet even in this institution of excellence, even with the best understanding we have and the accumulation of mankind's knowledge, these world leaders and the universities around the world that produce them still face the same problems that we as a human race have faced down through the centuries and simply cannot solve them. Why is this so? Why is it that even though the world leaders have the access to the best information and academic education out there and the accumulation of mankind's knowledge, why is it that we still can't solve the basic problems of poverty, hunger, crime, political division and war? The Apostle Paul, writing the Bible, gives an answer to this seeming paradox. He's writing to the Corinthians, writing in the letter of Corinthians, and he gives us an insight into the nature of human knowledge. He says, "For what man knows the things of a man except the spirit of man which is in him?" Paul gives us a little bit of an insight into the nature of a human. Each of us have a spirit, and that spirit empowers our mind to discern the material and physical world around us. And all of this knowledge comes through the 5 senses: taste, touch, smell, sight, and hearing. And it's through these senses we gather all the information we can about the material and physical world around us. And mankind has done great things with our material knowledge. I mean, look at the beautiful buildings around us. We've been able to build these things, and it's incredible that we are so adept at working with the material world. We've sent man to the moon, we have split the atom, and we of course created the ubiquitous smartphone. But even with these incredible material advances, we still have the same spiritual problems. Neighbor can't get on with neighbor. Political divisions seem to tear our society apart, and we have nation in conflict with nation. Why is this so? Why can we not, with the cumulative best knowledge of mankind on offer, come to fix our most simple and basic spiritual problems? The Apostle Paul continues in the book of Corinthians with another insight into the nature of knowledge, but this time not physical knowledge, but spiritual knowledge. He says that you cannot know the things of God except through the Spirit of God. And now we have not received a spirit of the world, but we have received the Spirit who is from God to receive those things that are freely given by God, imparting spiritual discernment, spiritual understanding, and the love of God, the principles and values of God that can help us navigate some of these difficulties and these problems that we all face. Because we are not born with God's Holy Spirit. We are born with a human spirit, and not until God gives us that spirit, where His Spirit witnesses with our spirit that we are the children of God, can we come to understand and discern spiritual things. Paul continues in his letter in Corinthians. He says that we cannot understand the things of God because they are spiritually discerned. It is in receiving of God's Spirit, understanding His laws, His ways, His values and principles, and giving us spiritual discernment to apply His principles to the problems we face in the world, that we can come to a better understanding of how to solve the problems we face, which will lead to individual and universal peace. At the International Centre for World Peace, we like, through our live stream VR events and podcasts, to explore this plan, these principles, this spiritual knowledge that leads to individual and universal peace. If you'd like to find out more, check us out on YouTube or on Facebook.